All right, in a 95-1 ruling, the Senate has voted to approve Admiral Ranchetti to lead the U.S. Navy. Joining us now to talk about the Admiral's latest in her accomplishments is Kate Monroe, CEO of VETCOMM.us. Kate, good morning. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
So this was really big news.
Really big.
And if you go to her Wikipedia page,
Yep.
she's unquestionably qualified for the job.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, I was really pleased with the appointment. I know that there was 2 women that they were looking at, and I'm glad that she was the victor there. I've always said, because I've been a woman in leadership, and I always hate when people say, oh, the first woman of this. They didn't choose her because they wanted a woman in that position. They chose her because she was the right fit for that position. So I feel like the Navy's going to be very blessed. As a country, we'll be very blessed to have her. But I think she has a little bit of a battle ahead of her because they didn't do a very good job recruiting. They've been missing. So I'd like to see some big changes from her, but I think she's the right woman to do it.
And how do you think that her appointment will affect recruiting?
Well, I'm hoping that she's been in the Navy a very long time, so she's seen about every iteration that you could possibly see of naval recruitment, of them being battle ready, not so battle ready. And I think that she's the right person to say, hey, the things that we've been doing over the last year or 2, they've not been working. We're not as battle ready as we were. Certainly recruitment is down. I'd like to see them completely abandon all that wokeism like a hot potato. Maybe no more drag shows. I don't know. Maybe we stop focusing on all this DEI and all that stuff and just focus on what makes the military great, what makes the Navy great, and really focus on that, because as we enter a season where we could be drawn into multiple wars, there just is no time for us to be focused on any of this woke nonsense. We really have to get back to our roots in the military. So I think that if she focuses on that, we could see a huge surge of recruitment into the Navy.
Good.
Yeah.
Focus on the job, the task
Focus
at
on
hand.
the military, doing the military things we need to do to be battle ready, and that only.
Because you just mentioned the last 2 years, it's like the military's been trying to cater to the culture.
Correct.
And that's not how it's supposed to work.
Absolutely not. I mean, the military is not a fit for everyone, and that's totally fine. That's why a very small percentage of people serve. Not everybody's going to make the cut. The military doesn't need to change for you. If you want to be in the military, you need to meet the standard and be battle ready along with the military. We have to stop squashing everything down to make it a fit for everyone wins. Not everybody wins. Not everyone gets to be in the military or get that trophy. That's just how it is, and that's okay.
Yeah, you did. You were a Marine.
I was in the Marine Corps. Yeah, it's very difficult.
What is your take right now on what's happening militarily in Israel?
Well, it's interesting, you know, I think it was the right move for us to put our battleships there, to just say to that region, hey, we're here. If we have to, we will step in. But it's been interesting because they've been attacking us. You know, they have been attacking us. There have been some injuries on our side, but you kind of have to be careful how you respond, because we're stepping into a generational war. And I did some research this week, and it turns out that the Battle of David and Goliath was fought on the same ground as Gaza. So if we think we should have 18, 19, 20-year-old kids fighting a battle, a spiritual battle, really a theological battle, that's not the right thing that we should be doing. I do think that we should stay staged there and ready if we have to, but if they do a big response to us, we're going to have to respond in like kind if they do more than fire a couple little missiles. We will have to take a stand if it escalates. I pray that it doesn't.
Yeah, because if it does, we could be, like you just said, war on several fronts.
Well,
not to mention everybody who's coming up through the border. We got another 7,000 waiting. You could easily, anybody could be there, and they could come in and do us harm right here on our own soil.
Yeah, under this administration, we have basically let lawlessness run rampant around the world. You know, in the previous administration, the whole world went, well, if we mess around too much, we're probably going to find out. But now the world knows they're not going to find out, so they're doing basically whatever they want. And it's happening inside our country, too. I mean, all the other countries go, oh, just ship them over to Mexico. They can come right across the border. In fact, the border agents will lift the fences up and let them come right through. So it's time for a little bit harsher reaction everywhere. Shut the border. Let's not let all this lawlessness run rampant around the world.
And as you said, you are a Marine. You are a woman in leadership.
Yes.
And I want to make sure everybody knows that you are running for Congress in the 49th
I am running for Congress in California's 49th. I mean, I think it's time to put a veteran back in that seat. You know, the largest Marine Corps base on planet Earth happens to be right in my district, and who better suited to oversee that base than somebody who understands the needs of our active duty, of our veterans, of their families. So I'm excited to take that role on, and I think the inevitability that I win is there.
And how is your campaign going?
It's going really good. You know, I think I have, by far and away, become the biggest authority on homeless, drugs, lawlessness, the border, veterans affairs, military affairs now. I think of all of us, I'm the only one that's ever written congressional legislation, actually done that work previously. My fundraising's going really well. And I really think that I'm the only one that's out in town doing things things for and with our constituents, right? I'm the only one of us that's not prepared to just buy that seat, because I don't think that voters really want to be sold. Like, they don't want you to just be able to buy their vote. They want to vote for who's going to change their life. So I think I am the only one that's proved that I'm willing to do what it takes and stand in the gap for our kids, for our families, for the country.
And where can our viewers find more about your campaign?
KateForCongress.com.
Kate with a K.
Kate with a K.
KateForCongress.com.
Correct.
4 or the number 4?
4, F-O-R.
Okay.
Thanks for the clarification.
Just making sure.
Yes.
All right, Kate Monroe, always great to talk to you.
Great to talk to you.
All right, thanks.